Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. They say that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, but some cars are ugly. There are no two ways about it. I'm going to start this video with a disclaimer that this is just my personal opinion. So if you own either of these 5 cars, please don't get butthurt. More so because this video is all about ugly cars which sold well because of practicality. But as always, I have to tell you to like the video, click on subscribe and bajao that ghanta. All that done, let's start this with you guys following me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. The Maruti Omni. I know this car has been a workhorse, but it's ugly. Period. Maruti Suzuki never bothered to make any significant changes to it either. And while it can carry a lot of people, those inside the vehicle get friend requests from these people. The Omni might be easy to drive, but is unsafe, noisy and lacks stopping power. However, it's been an absolute favorite for small traders, schools, hospitals and even kidnappers, which is the reason why it sold so well, as it was practical and thus the value for money price made people ignore its ugliness. It was eventually discontinued after 35 years of sales as it was unable to meet new safety norms.
Launch control active, and here we are. Progress is extremely slow but hard onto the throttle, burning the throttle, and it goes all the way till almost 40 kilometers per hour in first, making a lot of noise. We've got into second. Clap, clap, clap.
Number 4. The Toyota Qualis. Designed with just a scale and a pencil, the Qualis is a box on wheels. A fridge on 4 wheels. There is no design element on this car and it is top heavy, making it look ugly and ungainly. Not to forget a body roll magnet. Yeah, I know many people love the Qualis for its reliability, and that's largely the reason for it to become such a sales success, because at the time of launch, the other options like the Tata Sumo and Mahindra Bolero were very unreliable. The Qualis was a practical car with good space, a decent engine, although very noisy, and a steering wheel from a freaking bus, which is the reason you could charge your family members money to take a trip in it.
I believe there are all chewing gum factories in this gearbox alone, and the clutch is also very heavy. Gearbox absolutely sucks, but drive a Bolero, drive a Sumo and drive this one and this feels like, oh my god, a super car.
Number 3. The Maruti Eco. Starting life as the Versa, this van was so ugly that even a brand association with India's biggest superstar at the time of launch couldn't manage to make it sell. Maruti went back and relaunched the Versa as the Eco, dropping the price and repositioning it in the process. Unfortunately, they didn't change the ugly design. Still, the Eco became a sales success as it is a practical car with good space and it can carry up to 7 people. It's the cheapest MPV in India currently with decent mechanicals, although not very safe or refined, but enough to get the job done. Handling is very poor. I mean, okay, it actually crashes through bumps. The suspension is very soft, but still it crashes through worst of roads. It's not a car you would like to drive. You can see it's going all over the place. Moving on to number 2. Well, I said ugly cars which sold well. This one really didn't sell that well, but is hugely practical. The only hatchback crossover which can seat 6 people in comfort. The Fiat Multipla seems to be the inspiration for the 6-seater layout of the Mahindra KUV 100. While Mahindra got the design completely wrong, they got the right quality and storage spaces absolutely right, including a hidden compartment in the rear floor. But it's ugly, more so from the side, and the various angles of the car are not in cohesion. Mahindra's obsession to overdo the design with unnecessary cuts and elements didn't help matters either. The ugly looks of the KUV 100 does come across as a surprise because Mahindra owns Pininfarina, and some really award-winning designs have come from the Mahindra stable like the Quanto, Novo Sport, Verito Vibe, E2O and TUV 300 Plus. A small respite came in the form of the next facelift, but since the silhouette of the KUV remains the same, well, it's on the podium here.
Just get going quickly.
Number 1. The Maruti Suzuki Swift Desire. The first generation, which although had the best driving feel, was largely a Swift with a boot attached to it, making it an ugly looking 3-box car. In fact, Suzuki Japan wasn't even convinced about making something like this, but Maruti soldiered on, and the rest, as we know, is history. The Desire was a massive hit, even though it looked ungainly and simply hideous. But it was practical with decent space, good handling, punchy engines and a big boot. What I fail to understand is how the style-conscious Indians accepted the esteemed replacement to be a good-looking Swift being turned into an ugly thing which is everything but desirable.
First gear, revving the motor, and That's the level of wheel spin on offer. That's how much it wheel spins. That's how punchy this engine is. In no time you are actually just rushing away.
And then there were ugly cars, which in spite of being practical and ugly, just didn't sell, like the Evalia, Mobilio, Manza, Etios, and the list can go on. Oh wait, this video consists mostly of MPVs, and it seems MPVs can't look pretty, but exceptions exist in the form of the new Toyota Innova, Kia Carnival, Mercedes-Benz V-Class, and Toyota Velfire. Oh wait, most of these vehicles are just buses which don't need a commercial driver's license to be driven. Then there are cars which look good but didn't sell, like the Fiat Linea and the Ford Fiesta. By the way, I showed you BRV while speaking about the Mobilio, which just shows that you didn't care either. Also, it's just not in India. Abroad too there are cars which are practical but ugly, and yet they sell well. The top of my list is of course the Infiniti QX80. What was the designer even thinking when doing the rear? And on that disappointment, it's time to end. Bye-bye.
Off we go. Absolutely mind-numbing the way this motor pulls.